Hey guys, once again this is Matt Smith, marketer extraordinaire with the Millionaire Inspector community, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite things to do in the real estate office. In fact, it's the thing I do to get what I want out of a real estate office, and we call it the Columbo Close. Essentially the way this works is when I'm done distributing flyers, I'm done distributing brochures, I'm done filling the chocolate bowls, everything else I want to do in the office, I'm meeting real estate agents, I've talked to the gatekeeper a little bit. The last thing I'm doing as I'm walking out is I say, oh, thank you very much for having us, I'll see you next time. I stop, I put my hand on the doorknob. That's a mental trigger to me to remind me I got to go back and do one more thing. So I will stop, turn around, and go, oh, by the way, there's just one more thing I wanted to ask you. Would there be any slots coming up in y'all's calendar where we could come and sponsor a sales meeting, do a lunch and learn with the agents, or teach one of our educational classes? Now the lingo there is extremely important. You do not want to be asking for an office presentation. That makes it sound like you're just going to come in and do a 10-minute long sales pitch, and is a real big turnoff to gatekeepers and real estate agents alike. What you want to do is share with them that you're going to be sharing some very valuable material of an educational nature. That's why I've cut office presentation completely out of my vocabulary when I'm in a real estate office. I say educational training session or educational training class or one of our classes. I also like to use lunch and learn because it's lingo that the real estate agents understand, or sponsor one of your sales meetings because they're used to people coming in and sponsoring those sales meetings. Essentially, I'm trying to get into the office and there's multiple ways to do that. So I like to give them options. I use the Columbo Close because it's the last thing I want is to get that sales meeting or that lunch and learn or that class scheduled. And usually when you're using the Columbo Close, it's the one thing you want to do. You use it finally to close your time there. So I've already distributed. I've spent some time in the office because I don't want to immediately zero in on the gatekeeper and tell them, hey, I want to schedule a presentation. Then that makes them feel like you're trying to get them sideways or ambush them essentially and go directly beeline for them. You got to build up some rapport with those gatekeepers. You got to build up some rapport in the office. And once you do that, then they're going to be more willing to let you come and present at one of their sales meetings or or do a lunch and learn with them or teach a class. It's done very deliberately, but I've been doing it so long that it almost seems like second nature. But essentially what you want to do is you want to walk away, put your hand on the door, and make it seem like you truly did forget. If you do this wrong, it's going to come off as very phony, and you don't want it to. You want it to come off almost like flowing like water, see? So you put your hand on the doorknob, and then you pause for a second and tell them, oh, by the way, there's one more thing I wanted to ask you, and that's to get the presentation wherever you can get it, essentially. Because for me, when I'm walking in and out of real estate agents' offices, the primary reason I'm there is to a presentation or a sales meeting or something like that. That's what I want to get in there for. So I want to spend some time in the office though so they get to know me. They realize that I'm not just there for that. If you're telling them exactly what you want immediately, they're less likely to give it to you as opposed to when it comes like it's an afterthought, if that makes any sense. That's why the Columbo Close works so well for me. Well, thank you guys. This is Matt Smith, marketing person extraordinaire from the Millionaire Inspector community. I'll see you guys real soon.